McLeod has been introduced to the fray, and he replaces Tom Boyd. So he'll play wide on the left side of midfield, and at the same time Dave McPherson has been brought on to replace Alec McLeish. So 5 substitutes can be called upon this evening. So the Scots bringing a couple of changes at half-time, and I wonder if that does reflect some suggestion of injury for either McLeish or Boyd. It'll be a disappointment, I reckon, for men like Howard Kendall of Everton and Peter Wood of Aston Villa, who are in the stand, and I reckon Tom Boyd must have been a prime target for them. Good punch away there by Overoff. Strachan still in the field though. That could be important for Scotland. Looking lovely and full of life in the middle of the field. Getting applause on almost every touch on the ball. Fine play again from Strachan. There's Nicol. Too long for McCall. Then again for Strachan. He's shielding the ball from Mostovoy and from Dobrovolsky. And a corner kick. Well earned there by Gordon Strachan. Well, after his move from Manchester United to Leeds United, there were thoughts that his career was on the wane, but he's had a new lease of life. Here's McStay. Dobrovolsky back defending. This is Mostovoy. Shalimov. Strachan has it again. Space on the left for Mother McLeod. Fleck trying to get on the end of the pass. Goff's header. Here's Dave McPherson. Well, I suppose there wasn't a great deal more that Andy Roxburgh could learn about Alec McLeish, who's gone off at half-time. McCoy's battling hard for possession. And testing Tveva to the full. Soviet number 4 will certainly recall his marking chore on Ali McCoy's tonight. Here's Goff. Well past to Strachan, now Goff. Stretching to ease the ball back to McStay. This is Steve Nicol. Nicol going forward himself. Well, he scored a number of very important goals for Liverpool in his career, Steve Nicol. And he's still to find the net for Scotland in his 25th international. Overoff has managed to take a short goal kick. Chernyshov. Jurkovic. Kulkov was quick enough there with the pass to Tveva. Jurkovic plays it forward. Chelskis. Supported well by Tveva. And Gorlikovic about to be tackled here by his former Borussia Dortmund colleague, Mother McLeod, who's now with Hibs, of course. Just Tveva, Alenikov, Kulkov. Well, Kulkov had the unenviable task of marking Roberto Baggio man for man in the European Championship match in Rome against Italy. But he showed his defensive ability by playing an important part in keeping the score sheet blank and earning the Soviets a very important point. Here's Nicol. Well, pass is free on the right. Pass only just eluded Uran. I don't think Strachan tried to dummy that. Well, pass caught late by Uran. Well, you can tell from that the Dundee United skipper didn't welcome that tackle from Uran. There's Strachan. Oh, he's a little bit clumsy with the return pass, but it comes to no harm. This is Malpass again. Strachan made the run, so too did Fleck. Well, the Soviet defence is so well organised, it's extremely difficult for the Scots to get forward. The statistics of the first half indicating that Scotland had 3 shots on target in the first half and 5 off target. The Soviets had 1 on target and 4 off target. The most notable one, which was missed though by the Soviets, was missed by Shalamov. Best opportunity perhaps of the entire match. Malpass, long left back for Scotland, doing well on the right. Kulkov forward. This is Mostovoy. Kalinikov is always available. Kulkov, Olenikov, Kulkov. That's fine play from the Soviets. Here's Shalamov. Inside of Dobrovolsky, and fortunately for Scotland, that ball going through the Goff. Here's Gordon Strachan again. Now McStay, supported well again by Conor McLeod. This is Steve Nicol. Good play from Scotland. Nicol playing the ball in low. Svevo was first there. McPherson's powerful header, too far ahead of McCoist. So Dave McPherson coming on to win his 10th international cap tonight. Mother McLeod as a substitute, winning his 20th. Down goes Mostovoy, caught by McLeod. A very late arrival on the international scene, Mother McLeod, but has been a valuable servant to his country. Dobrovolsky. Golikovich, and there's Kanchelskis on his outside. Joran. Trying to find Kanchelskis again through the middle, but it's back with Goram. This is Malpass. And Goff. Goff once again, he made his international debut against Switzerland in March 1983, Richard Goff. First of his 51 caps. Here's Paul McStay. To the Scottish team in the same year. 1983 it was for McStay. Here's Goff. Mostovoy trying to control that. Alenikov is up well for the Soviets. There's McCall. Now McStay. Caught there by Alenikov. Strachan is picked up the free kick very quickly again. This is Malpass. McStay using Nicol. McCall. Nicol again. Faced by Dobrovolsky. And the Soviet skipper made the tackle. Dobrovolsky has scored 5 times in his 23 internationals. He has spent a great deal of his time this evening in his own half of the field. There goes Nicol. Held there, he tried to break forward. It's a free kick to Scotland. Cross goes Strachan to dictate proceedings on the set piece once again. Goff has gone forward for Scotland. Played in low again. Alenikov was in the way. Here's Nicol. Now McStay. McPherson. McStay looking there for McLeod. He has it back now. The return pass came from McCoist. Lofted away by Dobrovolsky. There goes Malpass. The Scots looking very eager indeed. Chernyshov, the sweeper, goes across to make the clearance. Shalamov doing well to keep the ball in play, but only for Malpass. Here's McPherson. Goff made a good angle. McCoy's header, Fleck busting clear, there's Fleck! And very alert goalkeeping there by Uberov. Robert Fleck has that explosive pace inside the penalty box, which almost worked to Scotland's advantage. So we're 10 minutes into the second half, still looking for the first goal of the match. There's a free kick against McStay, with a body check on Dobrovolsky. Just glimpses of Dobrovolsky's talent so far this evening. Shalimov back towards Dobrovolsky. Here's Stuart McCall. The gap opened up. Very keen to go through it. As Malpass overlapping quickly on the right, and he had quite enough pace for the pass from McCall. There's Malpass again. Alenikov steps in for the Soviets. Here's Uran, testing the pace of McPherson. And McPherson very powerful, making that challenge. The referee saw nothing wrong with that. Uran certainly did. But that was very positive defending by McPherson, imposing himself on the Soviet striker. So Nicol using McLeod. This is Richard Goff. Malpass finding space again on the right. Malpass has perhaps come forward more in this match than he has in many internationals for Scotland when he put in the left. Goals header, there's Fleck. Beaten by Alenikov. Kulkov. Dobrovolsky. Shalimov breaking on the left. Goff goes across. Dobrovolsky making for the byline beyond Malpass. Good play from the Soviets. And a break there for Andy Goram. That was superb play from the Soviet Union and could so easily have brought the opening goal. Scotland on the break now with Fleck and McCoist. Good interchange of passes. Here's McCoist. Well, Strachan had started to go forward, then checked back, supporting McCoist. Well, that was fine play though, the other end by the Soviets, and Shalimov is trying to do something again coming forward. He was the main threat in the last attack. Dobrovolsky losing out there to Strachan. Oh, that's a great pass. McCoist met instantly by Alenikov. Well, it was Shalimov who did all the damage initially in that move, but he set up Dobrovolsky for that shot across the face of the goal, which could have been costly. There's Paul McStay. McStay surging forward, looking to add to the 6 goals he scored for Scotland. On his left foot, letting fly there, and that certainly wasn't far away. McPherson's header. Here's Uran. Well, Scotland have done well in making certain there's always support for a player making a challenge. That time McStay supporting Goff. This is Shalimov. Well, no question about that being a free kick. Clumsy challenge by Malpass. So Shalimov taking some time to recover. The Soviets were going to make a substitution a moment ago, but they decided not to, and they now may think about taking Shalimov off. Coming to check with the man on the bench whether they should continue. Going to take a knock on the left thigh. She may be able to run off. Kulkov. Chernyshov. Rolakovic. Uran. Tackled well by McPherson. Dave McPherson coming into this match having been on the end of a 5-goal drubbing from Aberdeen with his club Hearts at the weekend. With a chance for Leinikov. Hurried with a pass there towards Dobrovolsky. McCoist. McStay playing out of this space brilliantly for Fleck. With a great ball that from Paul McStay. And Strachan forced the turn back. He did very well indeed to help that. Back to Goff. He then gave Robert Fleck a piece of his mind, Gordon Strachan. There's Malpass. Away by Chernyshov. Nicol. Not a McLeod. Kulkov's header. Olenikov striding out of midfield again. Dobrovolsky has Uran ahead on the left, and on the right is Mostovoy. Supported well by Kanchelskis. Malpass going to meet the cross. Fleck was very quick there. Zveba had a big start on him going for that ball, but Fleck put him under pressure. Olenikov again, showing just enough of that to McCoist. Fine play from McCoist. McStay using Gordon Strachan now. This is McCall. No one wide to the left for the moment. McStay going in that direction. They may use Nicol at the back, but no, Strachan has gone into the space. Nicol has it now. McLeod to Goff. Steve Nicol looking for a chance to send over the cross. Up goes Fleck. Almost made it. Uvarov's judgment was perfect for the Soviets. Dobrovolsky now checking back. And here's this man Olenikov once again. Led across by Rolakovic to Kanchelskis. Olenikov looking for the shooting chance. Sergei Olenikov in 67 internationals has scored 5 times for the Soviets, but never threatened on that occasion. So the Soviets are going to make a substitution before this goal kick is taken. The man coming on is Kalivanov of Moscow Dynamo to replace Uran. So that is striker for striker. The 22-year-old going on to win his 10th cap. So across it goes from Goff to McPherson. Nicol to McPherson. Well, the Scottish fans inside Ibrox this evening would undoubtedly welcome a goal after seeing so much promising play from the Scots. Played with some composure and patience. Good understanding also. It's Paul McStay. Goes behind the Fleck. And the crowd, a major source of interest this evening. Looks to be perhaps a shade over 20,000, and lest that should be considered a bad crowd, it's worth remembering that a friendly between Holland and Brazil a year ago attracted 6,000, and unified Germany playing Switzerland recently in Stuttgart attracted only 15,000. So in a freezing February evening in Glasgow, the crowd not at all bad. There's McPherson finding McCall, that stays ahead of him. Strachan drops off to make an angle to receive the pass. Fleck was well tackled there by Shalimov. Kanchelskis always willing to go bustling forward from the right flank, on the right side of midfield. Olenikov picks out Rolakovic. Kanchelskis was outside him. That's good running by Kanchelski. Yeah, the cross though, an easy one for Malpass to mop up. Well, Scotland have never resorted to hopeful balls upfield in the match at any stage. Always trying to make passes. Here's Paul McStay retrieving that. One from McCall. Here's Maurice Malpass. Well, Strachan playing it forward. McCoist is offside. Strachan is not at all happy about that, giving a linesman a piece of his mind below us. McCoist made the run wide into position to receive the pass. Back with Golakovic. Ubarov has a chance to try to develop something from his own half, but Fleck forced to be able to hurry. So the crowd making some noise once again in support of the Scots. Goff wins the header. There's Malpass. He'll use Andy Gorham. Well, there's been a good Scottish support in conditions well below freezing point. Strachan making a run. He really has done well for Scotland tonight, making himself prime candidate for the crucial match next month against Bulgaria here at Hampden. Galimov forward, Dobrovolsky to Mostovoy. On the far side, Kanchelski. Getting the ball just before it reaches the byline, and Gorham again, so assured at the back for Scotland. There's Stuart McCall, forward is Strachan. Pass goes behind Fleck. Weber now going forward in support of his own pass from defence, but it all breaks down, and Scotland coping well at the back. This is Maurice Malpass. Richard Gough calling for the ball behind him. Leaves it to McStay. Doing well to make space for himself. Fleck made a good run into space. Supported by Malpass. Fleck towards Strachan. The tackle came from Olenikov. Persson forward. Sveva is underneath that. Nicol chasing there towards Donakovic, and the free kick's been given for that foul by Nicol and Donakovic. He certainly has played with lots of energy at left back for Scotland tonight. So we're going to have a couple of substitutions now. Scotland withdrawing the hard-working Stuart McCall from midfield, replacing him with the craft of Gary McAllister, who comes on to win his 7th cap. And for Soviets, they've sent on Dmitry Kuznetsov from CSKA Moscow to replace Mostovoy. So the Soviets coming forward again. We've had confirmation of the attendance this evening, and it is just over 20,000, we imagine, 20,763, and they certainly have seen some very entertaining football on a bitterly cold evening, and they've given Scotland some excellent support. McAllister getting involved straight away. So one beside his Leeds United teammate Gordon Strachan. And McAllister fulsome in his praise of Strachan during his time with him at Elland Road. Nicol playing into space. Good running there by Fleck. Nicol supporting again. Long high cross. McCoist underneath that. Well, he found some space, but couldn't direct the header into any painful place as far as the Soviets were concerned. Good play by Goff. Persson dragging the ball across to the left for Nicol again. We have 20 minutes remaining in the match, still no scoring. Here's Gary McAllister. Malpass racing forward on his outside. Kuznetsov made the challenge. Throw to Scotland. Gary McAllister certainly adds some shooting power to the Scottish attacking moves. Malpass to Goff. McPherson, every Soviet player back defending. Here's McAllister. That's good play by McAllister. And a shot with a good one too. Certainly appeared to be on target. There's Malpass with the angled cross, looking there for McCoist. Olenikov getting the ball first to make the clearance, but the Scots building up some pressure now. Nicol earns the corner kick on the far side. Cross goes Strachan. Well, Nicol certainly has done his cause no harm at all with his performance this evening. So packed 6-yard box this time. Scots pushing McPherson forward. And Umarov looks so confident with those cross balls. The turn made well by Olivanov. Tremendous defending there by Murdo McLeod. McStay doing well. Making space for himself well with that run. Now it's back with Goff. McAllister receives the pass. Strachan goes forward. McAllister uses him as a decoy. This is McCoist. And the turn well read by Kulkov. Well, Scotland once again dominating the proceedings, but finding it very difficult to create clear-cut chances. Disappointing cross that from Goff, but it's back with Murdo McLeod. To Steve Nicol. McPherson likes to stride forward like this. He's going forward supporting the attack with Malpass now in possession. Chip pass was intended for McCoist. Malpass turns away in some disgust about that pass. Most capped ever Dundee United player, Maurice Malpass, with 40 internationals behind him. Dobrovolsky's been very quiet in the second half. Just one good move on the left, but apart from that, he's been largely anonymous. That may well be the principal difference in the Soviet performance in the second half. Well, he can't be complaining about the fact that it's cold, because when the Soviet players left Moscow, it was apparently 30 below, so certainly below freezing here this evening, but not quite as bad as that, I reckon. There's Strachan. Now Nicol. McLeod makes himself available ahead. Getting help there from Gary McAllister. He's gone for a Soviet throw. Back it goes. Now McStay. Nicol going forward. McAllister drops back behind him. Oh, good running by Nicol. The cross finds Fleck, and that was designed for McCoist. No doubt that was what was in Fleck's mind as he got a little touch on that. But it was great play on the left by Nicol, who really does appear to be warming to the task this evening. Sveva plays it across. Gorlikovic, Sveba. Kuznetsov has made himself available on the left. Shalimov to Kuznetsov. Chernyshov playing that into space for Kalivanov, and the interception was made by Nicol, but the supporting player is Kanchelskis. Here's Kalivanov. And the angle cross designed for Shalimov, but he was very carefully marked by Malpass. So now another substitution going to be made by Scotland. Remember, all 5 substitutes can come on this evening. And the player going off is Robert Fleck, who's worked extremely hard. The replacement, the Chelsea striker, Gordon Jury, who goes on to win his 10th international cap. So a new striking partnership, McCoist and Jury. There's Malpass. McCoist coming across, trying to get away from Kulkov. An awkward cross. Well, Uvarov looked very casual about that, but he appeared to have things well under control. But Ali McCoist did extremely well to find a way to squeeze this cross over. Just over the bar. Well, the Soviets giving every impression now that they would be content to go home with a draw. Part of the development process of the side for Anatoly Bishevets, the coach. Certainly been worthy opponents this evening, but Scotland may be feeling at this stage that they would be worth the lead. And it certainly would send the crowd home happy if Scotland could snatch a goal before the end. Certainly becoming rather misty here at Ibrox. Helped on there by Jury. McLeod linking with McCoist. There's Nicol, switching play to the right. Malpass. McAllister. Strachan helping out. Now Paul McStay. McLeod offering the width on the left this time. Nicol goes ahead of him. Back with McPherson. McPherson again. McCoist comes short for the pass. He was caught there, McPherson, by Kalivanov. So a free kick to Scotland. Kalivanov, the striker, was the culprit there, with McPherson feeling the brunt of the challenge. So Strachan calling the shots from the set piece once again. There goes McPherson. Joyce going in. Jury's header. Back down towards Strachan. Oh, you can see how carefully he was trying to control the shot. Gordon Strachan has scored 4 international goals in his career. Shaw will take the goal kick. McStay getting up well. McLeod to McAllister, then McStay. A measured pass for Malpass. McStay again being pressurised by Kalivanov. And again the free kick's been given against the young Soviet striker. Well, he hasn't had much to do in an attacking sense, Kalivanov, since he came on. A bit of frustration creeping in there. Goff has gone forward to support this attack. He's in the penalty box, so too is McPherson. The high ball is worthwhile this time. Up goes Goff, nodding it down. There's McPherson! Well, the intrusion there of Goff and McPherson almost paid off for Scotland. As the ball was played in here by Steve Nicol, Goff gets up so well, nodding this down towards McCoist. It broke there for McPherson, who couldn't control the shot. Good climb there by Richard Goff. Stabbed effort there by McPherson. Kulkov. Not happy about the attentions of Jury. The flag up for offside in the far side against one of the Soviet strikers, but play continues with Strachan in possession, shrugging off Olenikov. Here's McStay. Now Jury. Taken out of the play there, was he, by Kulkov? No, the referee says there was no infringement. He's given the goal kick. Well, Jury has certainly ruffled Kulkov in his short time on the field. We're off, taking a lot of time about this kick out. Scotland now sending Gough and McPherson forward at every opportunity to support attacks and offer some aerial power. We'll have to be careful though about any fast breaks from the Soviets. They're very adept at that. Malpass with the header. Olenikov is there. Kalivanov. Golikovich. Kuznetsov. Kalivanov. Hustled all the way by McPherson. That was good defending. Here's Strachan. Using Jury as a decoy to go inside. McPherson following forward. Caught there by Golikovich. The referee allows the advantage with Nicol in possession for Scotland. Here's McCoist. Inside for McLeod. Appeared to be impeded there. The referee said nothing wrong with that though. That was a disappointment for the Scots. Kanchelskis, he's very quick indeed, going through the inside right channel now, looking for a return pass. Dobrovolsky in possession. Pass goes behind Kalivanov. Scotland still trying to pick the pace up with an attempt to win the match. It may only be a friendly, but Scottish temperament is such that they're always looking for a victory. Gough to McCoist. Gough once again. Here's Strachan. Well, the back heel didn't come off. Gough is well out of position now. Scott's a little bit stretched at the back. That's why Strachan has got back so quickly. And there's Gough arriving. Intercept the pass intended for Shalimov. Now Gary McAllister. Challenging fiercely, but losing that particular challenge with Golikovich. There's Shalimov, Kulkov, Kuznetsov. Golikovich has Kanchelskis on his outside. Olenikov always putting himself in a position to receive a pass in the middle of the field. He hasn't been too adventurous so far in the match. Well, that's good play by the Soviets. Dobrovolsky is in the clear on the right. Nicol getting back towards Olenikov. Fine play by McStay. Malpass with the pass back. Important work done there by Paul McStay though for Scotland. Strachan has lasted the pace very well indeed. I'll pass forward and McAllister's found space in the right touchline. Here's McCoist. Good running by Ali McCoist on his left foot now. Well, he'd have been hoping for a more powerful effort on goal. Saw the chance here coming inside on his left foot, kept it down all right, but made it easy of it over off. Looking to add to his 8 international goals. Chernyshov, pressurised by Jury. Chernyshov and Zveba. Chernyshov, Kanchelskis, Dobrovolsky.
Possession, the name of the game now for the Soviets, with 5 minutes of the match remaining. Sveva making no real attempt to think about going forward. He's quite content to make sure that the Scots are denied possession. Golakovic, Dobrovolsky. So the Soviet attack breaks down. Scotland happy to have possession again. McStay demands the ball from McPherson. Another Scottish player who's had a good match, Paul McStay. He's improved as the game has gone on. Here's Malpass. Lots of movement up front for Richard Gough. Some of it came from McAllister, but the pass missed them out. Kuznetsov forward to Kolivanov. Here's Dobrovolsky. That's for Shalimov. That's not accurate enough. Well, Scotland still looking for their first victory against the Soviet Union in their fourth match against them. Shalimov goes back to defend as the Scots come forward. With McCoist taken out of that by Golakovic. That was good defending by the very experienced defender. Kolivanov trying to drag the ball away from Dave McPherson. He has earned a corner kick though for the Soviet Union. 22 years old, plays for Moscow Dynamo. Kolivanov scored twice in his previous 9 internationals. Dobrovolsky with the corner. Well, Andy Gorham will be happy to receive these all night. He exudes confidence, Gorham. So 3 minutes remaining. Can Scotland finish with a flourish? Certainly there are a lot of heartening aspects to the play this evening. Notably the performance of Strachan, of course, not only from the point of view of the play he's offered, but for the influence he's created. Here's McStay going forward. Takes the return from McAllister, and the pass misses out McCoist. Misunderstanding there. McStay thought McCoist was breaking to the right. McCoist has certainly enjoyed this chance to play a full 90 minutes. He's been busy, he's been effective up front without getting the kind of scoring opportunities that he thrives on. So the ball is retrieved by Malpass. Perfectly clear the Scots are not happy with the draw. They're looking for the goal which would make a big difference, but they may have to defend now as Kolivanov breaks. Kolivanov was supporting the outside. Nicol almost cut that off. There's Murdo McLeod. Kanchelskis has possession. And there's the chance for Kuznetsov. And the Soviets have scored. They've been on the receiving end throughout the second half. But that was a fine flowing move, capped by the shot from Kuznetsov. Wow, what a stunning blow for Scotland. Question in the last few minutes has been, could Scotland score? But it's the Soviets who answer the question with that deadly finish from Kuznetsov. Well, it was well created on the right. Kuznetsov taking that first time and leaving Andy Gorham without a chance. Well, that certainly does put a rather unfortunate complexion on the proceedings this evening, the Scots. It's a bonus for the Soviet Union, no question about that. Here's Gordon Strachan. And now McAllister. McLeod checking back. Nicol has advanced again on the left. Kanchelskis blocking his path. Good play once more from Nicol. And the cross not up to the standard of the football which got him into the position. Here's Dobrovolsky. Well robbed by McAllister. Gordon Strachan. Nowhere to go going forward. Caught out there by Kuznetsov. Here's Dave McPherson striding forward for Scotland purposefully. Has to check back to find some support. He gets it from Nicol. Nicol looks up, lots of Scottish players in the box, but the pass misses out next day. He was the target, all right. So the 90 minutes have come and gone. Not enough time, I reckon, now for the Scots to save this match. The scoreline undoubtedly a major disappointment, but there have been a lot of plushies about the Scottish performance. A lot of good football played. Scotland have dominated the second half, but they've been caught by that sucker punch right at the end. And there's no time to perform the rescue act, because Netsov, with a huge smile on his face, the youngster has won the match for the Soviet Union, but it's a victory which they scarcely deserved on the balance of play. Scotland, though, for all their possession, found it extremely difficult to find a way to break down the Soviet defence, in which Riverov was an inspirational figure in goal. So disappointment about the scoreline, but lots of heartening aspects of the Scottish play. The final score, though, Scotland 0, the Soviet Union 1.